Hello. Hope everybody's well. Yeah, I'm off down tomorrow. If you could like and share as well, please. And also, if you are new, welcome aboard. If you could hit the follow button, please, because I think I'm 3 or 4 away from 2K. How many away? I'm 3 away from 2K. So if you can, push the follow button, please. How's it going, Gary? Hope you're well. How's it going, Steve? You alright? If you can like and share, please. Yeah, same here. Can't wait till tomorrow. Yeah, agree with you there, Gary. Score prediction. I'm going to save that until the podcast. Ooh, thanks for the like, Gary. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Johnny, mate. I can.
Sound right. See, it's 6.
Yeah, 6, mate.
Revenge third code. I'm saying 3-0. See what happens. If you can as well, share the link, please, guys and girls. I am, I think, 3 or 4 away from 2K on here. So if you're new, please hit the follow button. Do, 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 do. Ooh, 2-1, Gary. If you can, Gary, if you can share it on Facebook as well, please. Also TikTok, if you can share it away. Thank you for the crown or for the heart thing. So at the minute it looks like there's me and Haru. Don't know. I'll get the ugly mug on go. Oh, this is gonna really hurt. Fucking hell. User 2096. Hope you well. We got BCS, yeah, it is. And if you feel like you know, BCF edits, if you can hear me, if you fancy joining or anything, no, actually. Need more the merrier. For people who are joining on TikTok, if you can, I am so close away from 2K on here. Far away from here now. Yeah, 2 away on TikTok. And also, if you fancy giving me a follow on YouTube, I'll get this party started in the next couple of minutes. Hey, Lee's here. Good old Lee. Never lets me down. Invite to speak. Last time I spoke to you was the Val last season. Oh, to not. It beat us. Nice to meet you, Garrett. So if anyone does fancy joining over on Twitter, or what used to be X, get your sends over there and come and join in on the fun. We are starting in the next couple of minutes. So, Gary, if you want to come and have a chit chat, talk about, because we're talking about a couple of games, but I'll get into that when the podcast gets going. Yep. Give it a minute until Lee comes back. And then we'll get this party started. Actually. Right. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And welcome to Chickens on the Loose podcast. And we are live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, also TikTok. And in today's podcast, we'll be talking about the post-match game we played against Swindon last week. We also are talking about the Notts County game, but you're not getting a one-game podcast. That's out of the question. You're not getting a two-game podcast. Not getting a three-game. And in the Boxing Day spirit, you are getting a four-game podcast for the price of one. Because us guys and girls, we need a break over Christmas. So, today I am joined by Haru.
I am Johnny, mate.
Jesus Christ, I need to turn you down, Haru. Right, so Haru, what was your thoughts on the Swindon game?
Oh, Swindon game. We played absolutely incredible. Obviously, Callum Kavanagh's goal in the first half, which I actually missed because I was a bit hungry. I went to go get a goddamn burger, and as I was walking back, I got the news Kavanagh scored. So I missed that, but I did watch the highlights. It was an incredible goal. No way that goalkeeper could not save that. And Bradford did manage to win 1-0 at that Swindon game. So I'm happy. Everyone's happy for that Swindon game. Well, apart from the Swindon fans, and the manager of Swindon was a bit peeved off by the fans for basically. I don't know what it was about, but apparently they were blaming the Swindon players. The Swindon fans were blaming their own players, just like what Bradford do when we lose. But yeah, I'm absolutely happy that we won against Swindon, and let's hope that we do it against Notts County. But yep, that's all I've got to say, mate.
And we should be joined by DJ Lee as well. He should be here. Are you here, Lee?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, mate. You're coming in both ears. So, what was your
In both
thoughts
ears,
on the
wow.
Swindon game?
That was a good game, to be honest. I thought we looked more solid than we have for a while. I think we're still making mistakes that I don't like, but 3 points, what can you say? Swindon are a tough side, they're a good side. They played well. We stood up to it and we took the points. Happy days.
So, my thoughts on the Swindon game, I thought we played okay. We should have beaten these 3 or 4-0. But did any of you two see what happened with Ian Holloway at the end of the game?
There were his own fans, weren't there?
Yeah, the own fans were blaming the players, and Ian Holloway was getting a bit winded up about it, was getting a bit annoyed about it because like he said in the interview, they kept on constantly blaming the players for every game that they have lost. So
It's their own
it's
fans,
no
though.
surprise there.
They were Swindon fans that were complaining.
Yeah, it was the Swindon fans that were complaining. I'm like, we did that when we were losing all games.
I didn't.
So yeah.
So, to people who are just coming in and joining, can't remember if I mentioned it at the beginning. So, obviously, we're talking about the Notts County game. We are talking about the Port Vale game, the Chesterfield game, and last but not least, the Barrow game. We're having a 4-in-1 game podcast today because we all need a break. So, guys, I'm going to get this party started. I've got so many tabs open here. It's like a banker at his Christmas do. Right.
Just don't hope your laptop crashes.
Oh, don't say that. You jinxed me now, haven't you, bud? Right. Just need to quickly get this thing up here. Right. Starting off, because I need to do it now by tab. So I need to move you. Move you there. Right. So Notts County versus Bradford City. Live not on the telly at Meadow Lane. Saturday the 21st of December at 3 o'clock. The referee is James Durkin, and Mr. Durkin has had 3 appearances in the EFL Trophy with 7 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and no penalties. In League 1, he's had 2 appearances, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In League 2, he's had 6 appearances, 32 yellow cards, no second yellows, 1 red, 1 penalty. In the National League, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In the FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards, 1 second yellow card, no reds, no penalties. Premier League 2, he's had 2 appearances, 15 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and 1 penalty. Altogether, he's had 15 appearances, dished out 64 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and 2 penalties. So, a bit of stats for you. The top goal scorer for Notts County is Jatta, 7 goals, 2 assists, and he's played 40 matches. And ours is Sir Lord Andrew Cook, who's had 10 goals, no assists, and 18 matches played. Just a little bit of an insight. Matches scored is 5 goals in their last 5 matches. Notts have been awarded the most penalties this season, so you probably know what happens tomorrow. Daniel Crowley is ranked 3rd in big chances created in the competition with 9. Bradford have scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches, and Andy Cook has the most shots on target per match for Bradford City, 1.5, and Jamie Walker has created the most chances for Bradford City with 4. So I can close that tab down. So going over to the Simon Parker article, the possible lineup for Notts County, and I do apologise for butchering these names. If you're a regular to this podcast, I butcher these names horrifically, like a butcher cutting some sausage up over Christmas. So we've got Bass, Ness, Platt, who used to play for us. Obviously, we've got Bass in net for them, who used to play for us as well. Bedu, oh my god, Tazrella, Crowley, Palmer, Austin, Abbott, Modric, McGoldrick, and Jatta, with Hitchett, Martin, Macron, McDonald, Cece, Brown, and whatever his name is, Schlockper, pronouncing that correctly. They're currently 11th. Last 4 matches played, they've lost against Salford, they've lost against Walsall, they've lost against Peterborough, and they've drawn against Newport. Bradford City, where I can pronounce the names a little bit better. Possible starting lineup is Walker, Baldwin, Huntington, Shepherd, Ben, Smallwood, Sarr, Richards, Cav, Cook, Bobby Poynton, with Oliver, Sanderson, Kelly, Walker, Byrne, Halliday, and Doyle. We're currently 10th. Last 4 games, Bradford have won against Swindon, won against Stockport in the Mickey Mouse Trophy, drawn against Crewe, and drawn against Barrow. Neil Byrne is available after serving his 3-game ban. J-Ben has recovered from bruised foot, but Connor Evans could be missing. The referee, James Durkin from Dorset, is the son of former Premier League Paul, and he is his first season in the EFL. For people who bet, the match odds are 13-10, City 19-10, and the draw is 12-5. And this last time these sides met, Notts County completed a league double last season with a 3-0 win over Bradford City. So, guys, what's your thoughts on that?
Right, Jesus, where do I even start?
Yep, where do you start?
Obviously, we've had battled Notts County in the past. I've lost, but I've got a feeling we are gonna win this one tomorrow. I don't know what it is, but I've got a feeling when you get that gut feeling that you're gonna win, you got to stick by it. So I'm thinking Bradford's gonna win, but starting 11 wise, I do hope Aidan Baldwin's in it. And if we do win, and with Aidan Baldwin in the starting 11, that'll just be a masterclass. And obviously, saying that he's a former Notts player who's come to Bradford, and if we beat Notts, it's gonna there's gonna be shit from the home fans at Notts County to Aidan Baldwin probably. I don't really know, but yeah, I'm hoping that we do win, and I think Andy Cook will 100% carry it if he does.
And Lee?
I'm just pondering on what was said there. I'm confident I'm going 2-0. I'm thinking they've never beat us at Wembley, so what can I say? Flippant, I know, but I'm confident we've got a good side. It's building. Players are coming back. Players are looking to get a shirt, let alone keep a shirt. I'm actually more confident than I was 3 weeks ago. So I'm just saying. 2-0 for me all day long. It's at Meadow Lane. It's not a place to be really scared of. They're a tough side. They're a good side. But guess what? So are we.
Exactly.
Bring it on.
While Lee has got his first Christmas gift of the year, we thought we'll ship it over to Haru. What's your score prediction as well then for tomorrow?
My score prediction is, it has to be 2-1, probably 2-1.
Okay, I think we're going to win 3-0. I'll get to my point in a minute, but Miss Callie, welcome back. Hope you're well. Miss Callie is back. Welcome back to the podcast, Callie.
Hiya, Callie.
Hey up, everyone. I'm getting there now. Still fighting, but we're getting there. I think Cal's Cal. I want to call him Cal Cav. I don't know why. I think that's his name, isn't
Alcav.
it? Yeah. I think he's on fire at the minute. I think he looks a bit goal hungry to me. The last few games, but banging a couple in. So him up with Cookie. I think we've got a good. Yeah, I'm quite confident for tomorrow. Actually, I think we owe them after that horrible 4-2 stuffing we got last.
Exactly.
I think, yeah, I think we're more confident now. I think as a team to what we were then, because it was Graham's first game in charge, wasn't it? Back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm buzzing for. Well, I'm not buzzing because I can't go, but I'm buzzing. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna stuff them tomorrow.
Hmm.
Okay, so just to say, Callie, we're going to come down and see you tomorrow. So we'll come and have a chat with you tomorrow. I might bring some sausages down from Morrison's or some finest establishment just to cheer you up a little bit.
Do you know what, Johnny? I'd love to be able to eat a sausage right now. I just can't. I'm not eating at all at the minute properly. I managed. I know it sounds really pathetic, but I managed to pork chop the other night, and it was like a massive breakthrough. But yeah, I am getting there.
You know what, Callie? Just take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
It's just nice to see you back.
So the dog's trying to get involved again. He's trying to tell us our score predictions. So I think I'll tell you my score prediction. I think it's going to be possibly 2-0 City. Hope we get revenge from last time. And with the team and stuff, I hope we do well and just beat them and just kick their ass, really. So the weather forecast for tomorrow is it's going to be, according to the Met Office, what sometimes is wrong, it's going to be nice and sunny in Nottingham tomorrow. The sun will rise at 16 minutes past 8 and will set at 10 to 4 tomorrow with our highs of 10 degrees, and then it'll slowly get colder. So that's weather forecast. So we've had a few predictions on TikTok. We've had Gary, who's going to go 2-1 the chickens, and he's saying, hi, Callie, to you. We've had Black and White Pies on TikTok, who's going to say 2-1 knots. Give me 10 seconds, scrolling up. I don't think I've any ones. So we'll score predictions in. So TikTok, get your score predictions in. Right, so everybody knows this podcast is a special podcast today. 4 games in 1. So in little detail, the 26th of December's Bradford City versus Port Vale, and the referee for that is going to be Matthew Collett. And Mr. Collett has had 5 appearances in League 1, 23 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. In League 2, he's had 4 appearances, 29 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. In the National League, he's had 1 appearance, 6 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 9 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and no penalties. The EFL Cup, he's had 2 appearances, 5 yellow cards, no second yellows, 1 red, 1 penalty. He's had a grand total of 13 appearances, 72 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, 3 penalties. And then a little bit of stats, if I can find it. Here we go. Bradford have scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches. Andy Cook is the most shots on target per match for 1.5. Jamie Walker's created the most big chances. Bradford with 4. And Port Vale have scored 3 goals in their last 5 matches. Port Vale haven't lost to Bradford in their last 5 meetings, where they've won 3 and drawn 2, and ranked away from home this season. So starting off with Lee and going across, what's your thoughts going to be on the Port Vale game while I go for a quick wee?
Okay, thanks for that. Bit TMI there, but I just think Port Vale's always a tough place to go. Always has been and probably always will be. They just seem to save the best for us. But again, I'm confident. I'm confident the team is starting to look like it was intended to at the beginning of the season. People are now competing, apparently, in training. So I'm confident. I'm thinking again. I'm thinking 3 points. That's what I'm thinking of. I
Hmm.
can't see. It's tough, but we've gone there and won before.
And what about yourself, Haru?
Obviously, I've obviously. It'll be my first time, I think, watching Port Vale at home. They were the National League side that did come up, and you know what? I have been watching them recently. They have been doing good. They've been doing absolutely good. I won't see any surprise that we might have to fight a bit more out there on the 26th. I don't. I think we'll have to fight a bit more, but I don't see us not losing. I don't see us not losing. I see us winning, just at least by a goal ahead. To be honest, because Port Vale are a good side. They may be from the National League, but they are an amazing side. And yeah, what is it? Is it their second time coming up to the Football League again, or is it third?
Port Vale, we're at home against Port Vale.
Yeah, I know.
They've come down. They've come
when
down
did they-
from League One to us.
Oh, they
League
come
Two.
down from League One.
They've come down. They got relegated last season.
Oh, I thought they were in National League, but yeah. What League One side? If they were from a League One side, then yeah, they must have done something wrong to get relegated, but they might have fixed it now. I don't see us not losing, but then again, I do see us putting up more of a fight that we need to, because we have to put more of a fight if we want to secure 3 points in probably every single game. So hopefully we beat them at the park because they had a good side. I know that for a fact. So let's hope we can beat them at the park.
So what's your score prediction then, Haru?
That score prediction, I am gonna have to go with a 3-2. I want to say to the Bantams.
Lee, did you do your score prediction for that game?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna. It sounds like I've got a stock answer for scores every time, but I think we can do them 2-0. And I know we're at home before anybody says. But I just know we've gone there and beat them. And if we go to a team and beat them, it's usual for me to think that we're going to beat them at home as well.
And Callie,
So,
what's
2-0.
sorry, 2-0. Callie, what's your thoughts on the Port Vale game on Boxing Day at home versus Port Vale?
I think a lot of it's going to depend on how we do tomorrow against Notts County. I think if we go to Notts County and get a good win, I think then the confidence is going to be rocketing even more. So yeah, I think I'm going for a win at Port Vale. I think I'm going with Lee on this one because it's at home, obviously 2-0.
Okay. So that's that game over and done with. So moving on then to Bradford versus Chesterfield on the 29th of December. And Chesterfield's last couple of games, they've lost against Exeter 2-0. They've lost against Milton Keynes. Chesterfield won. Oh, reading it wrong one. Yeah. So Exeter, they lost 2-0. MK Dons, they lost 2-0. Chesterfield won 3-0 against Tranmere. 3-2 against Wigan, and they bet Carlisle 2-0. A little bit of stats for you there. Bradford have scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches. Bradford haven't lost to Chesterfield in their last 6 meetings, where they've won 6, drawn 0. Andy Cook has had the most shots on targets per match for Bradford City, and Chesterfield have scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches, average 1.8 goals per match, with James Berry the most shots on target. And the referee for that game is Adam. Oh my god, Herzeg. Apologise if I'm messing these names up, but I can never pronounce names for Jack. Championship, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In League 1, he's had 8 appearances, 32 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. In League 2, he's had 4 appearances, 10 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 2 penalties. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellows, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In the EFL Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 6 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. He's had a grand total of 15 appearances, 56 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and 3 penalties. So, what's your thoughts on the Chesterfield game?
Again, stats speak for themselves, don't they? In a lot of times, and I think we're going to beat them. I just don't see us losing as next. What were we looking at? 4 games
Yeah.
at the moment. I just think confidence is building, as Callie said. It's already high. Did anybody listen to Graham Alexander's interview today? I know a lot of people don't put a lot into it.
Yeah, I did, Lee.
They're fighting, aren't they? They're fighting for a shirt. And if we want to be a part of this team, and if we want to get into those places where we need to be, because we can't stay in this division. I know we haven't much choice and we are where we are because of, I know all that. But I'm a City fan and I'm positive, and I think we're going to get out of it. I think we're still going to get out of it this season. I really do. So I'm going. I don't see us losing. I just think we'll keep building.
So what do you think the score's going to be, Lee, against Chesterfield?
I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to allow them a goal.
We've had Gary on Facebook who thinks we're going to batter them on the 29th. So if we do batter them, I know
3-1.
players there. Callie, what about yourself? What's your thoughts on the Chesterfield game at home on the 29th?
I'm hoping to get to the Chesterfield one because last time I went to Chesterfield away was a pre-season friendly, and they were so hostile and vile. It's revenge time for me. They were trying to jump on my car and all sorts in Midlet Street, which was quite funny. I had Lenny with me. Lenny were getting out running after him. It was quite comical, but yeah, I don't rate Chesterfield. I just think I don't think they're a
Lenny
good
can
team.
run.
Yeah, he could. I had to drag him back in the car. He were running. He were running after the. They were like little. I call them little hooligans. They were like little 16-year-olds or whatever, but they were proper on it, and it were a pre-season
Just shows you
friendly.
the power of the city gent.
Exactly.
Oh, it was funny. But yeah, I don't rate Chesterfield. I think they're a crappy little team. They're a wannabe Mansfield team usually. Again, I think the team spirit I think we've got at the minute is good. I think we've got
that wasn't the.
that kind of gelled team, and
Oh, it says you can have it warm. It's
No,
read
this
it
is
to me.
Keith. No, not that. That was
Lee, mute your
Keith
send, mate.
from Remington's. That wasn't the.
Ah, right.
We will have that home.
Oh, that's what I thought. No
Well,
worries.
Lee, I think Lee's preparing himself for what's on his plate, so we'll keep that a surprise.
but yeah, I'm going for a win at Chesterfield. Definitely a win. I'm going to go 2-1 Chesterfield.
And last but not least, Mr. Haru.
Right. Obviously, Chesterfield. 100% we're going to smash them. I've got a feel we're just going to smash them. Obviously, they rose for the National League, so they must have done something to get out of there and take to League Two. But I've got no bad feeling that we are going to lose that game. Like Lee and Callie have said, we have been on form. They are fighting for the shirt. If they want the shirt, they have to prove that they're worth it. And yeah, probably Chesterfield game, we will 100% win. So I'm going to go to a 3-0 City win.
Okay. Chesterfield.
Champions by Christmas.
Hopefully, Callie, hopefully.
Let's be
My
positive.
dad used
No,
to
I'm
say,
joking.
"Look at the tables on Boxing Day. That's when you
yeah,
check."
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Wait for that table to drop. Come out.
So my score predictions, I think we're going to beat them. I'm going to say 4-0. Don't worry, I've not touched any booze yet. I've just been on water, but I think we're going to tan them. And I think, like with the game, what I mentioned earlier, what game are we on? The Port Vale game. I think we could go on a winning streak. And I think it's going to start tomorrow against Notts. Obviously, beat them, beat Port Vale and Chesterfield. So I think we're going to play well these next couple of games.
It does feel like we have turned us form around, doesn't it? A little bit. That you get that kind
It
of.
really does.
It does
Yeah,
feel like a good
100%.
vibe
Yeah,
at the minute.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with you there, Callie.
So Graham Alexander's Barmy Army in at the minute. Right, last but not least, Barrow vs Bradford on the 1st of January at the Salt Legal Stadium. And I'm not going to bother going through Bradford past results, but as it stands at minute, Barrow bet Aston Villa Academy in the Mickey Mouse Trophy. They lost against AFC Wimbledon 3-1. They lost against Chesterfield. They drew against us a couple of weeks ago. And then they lost against Barrow. Bit more stats for you because I know people like the stats and stuff. Barrow have scored 5 goals in their last 5 matches. Gerard Garner has been the most shots on target per match for Barrow, 1. Ben Jackson has created the most big chances for Barrow, 6. Bradford have scored 6 goals in the last 5 matches. Andy Cook, the most shots on target per match. Jamie Walker created chances of 4. And the referee is Thomas Kirk, possibly from Star Trek, but you never know. There's 2 championship appearances with 10 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. League 1, he's had 6 appearances, 30 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. In League 2, he's had 3 appearances, 16 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, no penalties. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 10 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. EFL Cup, he's had 2 appearances, 10 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. Altogether, he's had 14 appearances, 76 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and 2 penalties. So, what's your thoughts on the Barrow game on the 1st of January when probably most of the people are hungover?
Again, what can I say? We've turned that corner as we've already discussed. Barrow, yeah, tough place to go. It's never easy. It's not the nicest place to go watch football. 2-0 Bradford City. And do you know something that I've noticed with all these referee stats? Not many red cards, is there? Do they not have a pair or something? Is there something in that? They're not sending people off. They're just giving out 50 yellow cards, not in each game, obviously. But do you know what I mean? These stats are saying yellows, no problem. Reds, where are they? If someone deserves to get sent off before they break someone's leg, send them off. Stats are saying they're not sending people off. Just saying. Yeah, Barrow 2-0.
2-0. Miss Callett?
I think Barrow's going to be the hardest game out of the 4, if I'm honest. I think we'll scrape a draw at Barrow. I don't know why. I just don't have a. It's not a good ground, like Lee said, is it? I don't think we've done right well at Barrow, have we? In past either.
No, it's a tough place
It's a
to
tough
go.
yeah. So I think.
So you're thinking winning streak's going to end at Barrow then, Callie, in a draw?
Do, yeah. I think we're going to get a draw at Barrow, but I still think we're going to remain unbeaten out of the other 3 and then get a draw at Barrow.
Yeah.
And I think it'll go on the fitness of the players as well for Barrow, because there is quite a lot of games quite close to each other. So I think the fitness is going to show and who he picks and on that side of things as well.
Yep.
And apparently by then we might even have Callum Johnson vying for a place on bench at least, by all accounts.
Obviously, we did pick up Callum Johnson last podcast, didn't we, Lee?
Yes. Yeah, missed him. We've missed him, but we don't know what we're actually missing, and I want to know.
And Haru, what's your thoughts on the Barrow game and your score predictions?
Barrow, it is a tough. Like Lee said, it's not a good place to play football. Obviously, last season it got rescheduled that many times due to the weather and the Barrow's pitch. But when we did eventually go down there, we managed to scrape the win. At least we managed to scrape the win. I'm gonna book that class of folks of last season, but with this season, yes, like what Callie said, that it's the fitness of the lads, because obviously it's gonna be New Year's Day, start of 2025. Who's gonna be fit? Who's gonna be not match fit? And yeah, hopefully, if the lads are match fit, we should smash them a good 3-2. I'm gonna go for.
I think we're gonna probably just win 1-0. It's gonna be one of them horrible games where players are knackered. Yeah, like players are knackered after New Year's. So I think 1-0 is gonna be a tight game, end to end. And I think I could see Andy Cook getting a header to win that game. Right, before we do move on, a little bit of housekeeping. So first of all, I was going to say happy birthday to my mum. It's my mum's birthday today, so happy birthday, mum.
Happy birthday, Johnny's mum.
Happy birthday, Johnny's mum.
And I'm going to now quickly move on to something. So, putting your mind back, Callie, to the 29th of November at 3 minutes to 7, you put a poll out on the group.
Oh Jesus, I can't even remember what I did yesterday, let alone fucking November.
So just to do a quick summarise. So Callie put this on the Facebook group. Hi everyone, I need your help. Following on the podcast tonight, one of our admins in his wisdom, Johnny, has stated that in Bradford City get promoted this season, he's either going to dye his hair city colours or get a tattoo. So
Oh
we want
yes,
to
I
know
remember
which
now.
one do
Oh,
you
God,
prefer.
this is bad.
So we had hair dye, tattoo, something else, and then obviously Callie in her wisdom didn't lock it. She let people add stuff. So I've got
That's
something.
more fun.
Yeah, so I've got something else.
Looks like
Exactly.
your future is going to be very interesting to follow.
I've got something
Now
else.
Bradford really need to get promoted.
Where mighty Mariner down Midland Road, grow your hair and shave it off at the end of the season, or take Roop out for a romantic meal. And surprise, surprise, the tattoo won at 48%.
Jesus.
But
Mm.
I am going to do a bit of Bradford City on everybody here. When you promise something, what Bradford City do, they normally promise something, then take it away from you. I've had about a month and a half to think about this. I'm not going to get a tattoo. I'm going to go for the runner-up. I'm going to get my hair dye. So for people who are currently watching on TikTok, YouTube and other social sites, you probably say I look like a complete tramp at the minute. My hair is very long. So I am going to grow my hair until it is mathematical possible to Bradford to go up, to get promoted, or not to get in the playoff places. And if they do, obviously I'll dye my hair Bradford City colours. I'll come and see Callie. We can do whatever. We can stream it on
Do a live
wherever.
stream on TikTok of Callie dyeing your hair.
Yeah, put it on TikTok. But I think
Hey,
Callie's
don't,
planning.
let's not forget about Diane. You know, Diane's missing as
Exactly.
well. So hope she's back with us soon. And Labib, welcome back, mate. Been a while. Hope you're well.
So Callie, I think you were doing something about raising or doing like a GoFundMe or something, were it?
Yeah, because obviously, because I've been so ill, I've not been able to sort out, but I've obviously still got time to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna try set up a GoFund, which will. But I think you should. I'm gonna say now. I think you're chickening out, and I think you should get a tattoo, and I think people should decide what tattoo you should get. If tattoo won it, you said you'd go with whatever they said.
Yeah, but I've been thinking about it, and I'd just rather dye my hair.
I
Bear in
think you should
mind,
get a tattoo
everybody.
saying "I love Graham Alexander."
Yes,
Yeah,
bear in mind, everybody. Bradford do have to go up. If they don't go up, if they lose in the playoff, Johnny does not have to do this.
So I'll be dyeing my hair. I'm gonna do a typical Bradford and chicken out. Should we say? I'm growing my hair currently. I do look like a bit of a tramp.
You should just do both, to be honest. Dye your hair and get a tattoo, but
It's
I'm
good.
just saying.
It's got to be claret and amber if we're dyeing it.
Yeah, claret and
Yeah.
amber.
Red
So
and
Kelly,
orange.
get the claret and amber stocked from your local stock.
Yeah.
Labib has joined. So welcome back, Labib. How are you?
Evening on, you right?
Hi, Labib.
Yeah.
Hey, you right? How's it going?
Yes, sound mate.
I think you're all very, very optimistic about these Christmas games coming up, I've got to say.
Ooh. Go on, Labib. Tell us where we've gone wrong, mate.
No, well, the first thing I'd say is to second half of the season than what we have done. Injury. So we've got obviously the likes of Baldwin has come back in. You know, the lads in midfield, Patterson, Sarcevic. So I think that strengthens the squad. So I think we've been poor in a lot of performances. Potentially, yeah, it's there for the taking. I think they're on a kind of a couple of game losing streak. I think so. You know, all up for grabs, isn't it? Port Vale, I think we'll draw. Chesterfield, I think we'll probably nick it, and up at Barrow, I think either a draw or a narrow win. But kind of following that theme that all of you kind of seem to be saying, that I think it's possible to go through these next few games unbeaten. But we really need to start moving up the table now because it's very tight around those kind of four places in the playoff spots. So really need to start putting some wins together. I think we're in the position where we can do that with a stronger squad that we've got than we have done for the last couple of months. So it's there for the taking, really. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Labib. I think that with everybody coming back, kind of all at once, we lost them nearly all at once, didn't we? In space of a couple of weeks, we didn't have a defence. They're back. Midfield's coming back. Sarcevic, he made a bit of a difference when he came on. He held the ball up well. I just think that we can go from strength to strength. We're seeing that strength now. Maybe some of them needed that time out to regain a bit of fitness. I don't know, a bit of confidence in their own game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other point I'd make is I think we've seen a couple of players that are now starting to kind of fulfil their potential a little bit. In particular, I'd mention Lewis Richards, who I thought had an absolutely cracking
Absolutely
game.
bang on, he did.
Yeah. I thought, well, for me, he was the man of the match against Swindon.
I don't know how he hasn't had that yet because
Yeah.
at
I
least
mean,
last two games he's been exceptional.
I sit in Midland Road, so obviously the first half he was all down that left side, right in front of us, and he just didn't put a foot wrong. He looked like Roberto Carlos type of thing. He was brilliant. So we've seen people like I keep wanting to call him Tony Benn, but it's Jay, isn't it? Is it Jay Ben? Um, the kind of right back, and I think
Yeah,
he's
he's exceptional.
potentially
But
a
he's
very, very
all
good player.
potential, isn't he? Is Ben.
Yeah. So I
He's
think
still making a few sort of young players.
he is, but what's
But I
good
don't
about
mind
him?
him making. I don't mind him making mistakes.
Yeah,
How do
but
you
what
learn?
he does get forward though quite a lot, doesn't he? And
He does.
I think I went up to the Morecambe game, and there was one incident where he kind of burst through from his own half, and somebody played a through ball into him, and he fluffed it. He got sniff a goal, and I think it ended up going for a goal kick. It almost went for a throw in. It was that bad. But he does get himself in those forward positions, much more so than his kind of oppo, Brad Halliday, who hasn't quite hit the form that he was in last year, but a couple of times he's stepped in at centre half. He's played one of the back three, and I think he's done a solid job. To be fair to him, he does lack a little bit of pace, I think, Halliday, and I think that's where Ben kind of
I
just
think
pips him.
he looked to me last game like he's carrying a bit of weight.
I don't know. I've always been a little bit suspect to him. I mean,
Yeah,
one of the other
he's
games,
never got that lightning pace, has he? He's
he
not a
hasn't.
fresh pod.
He hasn't. When I went up to Tranmere a couple of months ago, and that's where Halliday came in as one of the three centre halves, and he was almost up against 1-on-1 with Omari Patrick, and I was dreading it. I thought if Patrick gets a run at him, he's going to do him for pace like every time. But credit to Halliday, he stuck at it, and
He matched him, but they did
he
double
did.
up
Yeah,
on Patrick, didn't they? A bit.
yeah. So we've got young players like Ben and Richards who I think are now starting to establish themselves a little bit. And as we said earlier, we've got the lads coming back from injury, so I think we're now in a much better position. Um, I don't know, but I mean, you mentioned Callum Johnson, but he's an unknown quantity. Ain't there? Never seen him play. No idea if he's any good. But one thing I would say, and again, credit and praise where it's due, I think Shepherd's been brilliant
Yes.
since he came in. Obviously, and he's had to swap and change with other centre
Just
half
needs to learn
partners.
to keep his mouth shut, doesn't he? If I fan all my life, Freudian slip. I just want everybody to get behind, lads. It's not about who owns the club. It's not about who's managing the club. It's not about the backroom. Do we support them? No. I support Bradford City, and that's the 11 guys that go out on a starting when the whistle blows. They're my team, and that's what I support. It's my club. It's from my town, and I'll always get behind them. I don't like this. Oh well, let's have a protest about this. Yes, sometimes it does absolutely fry your brain. Some of the decisions that some others make. But at the end of the day, I'll still support my team forever. City till I die, and
Well
that's my
said,
role.
Lee. Miss Kelly.
Yeah, everything Lee just said. it's in us blood, isn't it? We all come on the podcast, don't we, week in, week out, because it's our team. I think Graham's got quite a tough job this over the Christmas and New Year period, who to pick, because obviously all the players are fit again. He has got quite a tough job, and like Johnny, God help him, Johnny, if he gets it wrong. um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how we go these next few games. Players are back, and like Lee said, it's them 11 legs on the pitch. If they run their ass off all that the whole 90 minutes, and even if we lose, it don't matter as long as they put that passion in and put the effort in and be proud to wear that Bradford City shirt. And that's all we ask as fans, isn't it? At the end of the day, like you said, it don't matter about Rupp. For me, it don't matter about who owns the club. I'm not bothered. It's exactly what Lee said. It's his team, and we turn up week in, week out, and we've got what 2,200, I think, going to Notts County tomorrow.
2,100.
Is it 2,100? So they're going to be shouting. They're going to be shouting the ground down, aren't they? Hopefully,
You're going to wear them.
It's going to be a good atmosphere.
100%.
A lot
Get
of
behind them.
yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
I say.
Get
Exactly.
behind the lads. Shout your heads off. I'll be shouting my head off at home, sat watching it on my Fire Stick. So yeah, as much as I can shout.
But there's an image I will never get out of my head now, Kelly. Thanks for that. 11 legs.
11 legs running round. 11 pairs of legs, should I say?
Especially
11
Pato.
pairs works.
Yeah, especially Patos.
Bradford City players hopping, it's just like giving opposition.
I am.
Yeah. But there's nothing more that I'm looking forward to tomorrow than not having to drive to a game. I can jump on a bus and get.
It's a nice home game for us, isn't it? Tomorrow?
It's fantastic. And worst case scenario, I could even walk there.
Do you know what's awful for me tomorrow as well? It's knowing that they're all so close to me tomorrow and I can't bloody go.
Yeah. So that's for me. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Can you open a window and listen to shouts front ground?
No, I'm a bit too far. I'm about 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh, Callie, only you lived right outside the ground.
I know. Can you imagine?
The other things I would say though is, in addition to what we've all said about supporting the club and getting behind them and wanting the best, for me, I do have to kind of bring up the issue of ownership, because most of us, I think, have lived through and seen success at this club. So throughout the 80s, we just progressed year on year, and it was a magical time to be a Bradford City fan. Obviously interrupted by the events of 1985, but just before that and just after that, it was just a brilliant time. And then we had that kind of continued success in the mid to late 90s, and we've not had much since then, to be fair. But the point I'm making is there's unlimited potential, I think, in this club. It's a fantastic traditional football club. Potentially, it's got a fantastic fan base, and there's in terms of what it can achieve is almost limitless, provided it's got the right ownership, the right investment, the right drive, and the right direction. And there's nothing more that I'd want to see is a successful football club. Um, Everyone talks about us being underachievers, and we are. We shouldn't be where we are now. There's nothing that I'd love more to see us go up and to go up and to go up, and kind of keep driving onwards. And it's just so frustrating knowing that you've got this undying love for this football club, but it's just not living up to its potential at the moment. But I'll be there tomorrow cheering on the lads and obviously hoping for 3 points.
It's weird, isn't it, as well, Abby, about how the fans, even when we go through as bad patches, the fans still bums on seats, aren't they? We still turn up. That's one thing that our club has got. We don't back away when we're not doing too well. We still turn up.
We still feel
we have done for
more
years and years.
We even feel more seated up, even if we are going through bad patches.
Yeah.
The people remember, as I do, in 70s, a meeting at St George's Hall.
I do.
Stafford Higginbottom and Jack Tordoff.
Yeah.
Save the club. We might not be here had it not been for them. They had to change the company and everything, but they managed to keep us going. And Bradford's got that in its makeup. with the Bradford people, the fans. It's got that. It's always got that, and I think it should. And I hopefully and I pray that it always will have that.
It's that community spirit, isn't it, Lee?
It is. It
That-
brings
that-
everyone
and
together.
it came out more, didn't it, after 1985?
It did. Oh,
The whole community just comes together, and I think they still do that today.
they do.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got one vent, and I've actually got some positivity. So my vent is I've had a jab in my knee today. My knee's absolutely killing me, but I'm on the way to getting fixed. But like a bit of positive. Well, I can't even speak now. Feels like I'm having a stroke. The energy around from the fans, the positive energy is what I love about this club. It's I don't know if you got it, Callie, but I put it on the podcast chat the other day. There was a little TikTok video, and this TikTok video goes on about how you meet your friends.
Yeah, football mates.
Football
Yeah,
mates. So
absolutely.
I was like
Oh
from
yeah, Johnny, you sent me that on TikTok.
yeah, so from like Lee, Callie, Haru, Labib, and other people who are like who we do see out of football. I would say thanks for being a friend, really, and let more memories continue. And hopefully Bradford City, like the people saying, climb up this league, get out of this league. New year, new city. Let's get the fuck out of this league from this season, and I can dye my hair red then. Right, Lee, what's on your plate?
Nothing right now because I enjoyed a festive chicken pie.
Did you have it dry or did you have a bit of gravy?
I had some gravy. You can't do it without gravy.
Thick or thin gravy, Lee?
Thick.
Nice.
It was actually chicken soup, but there you go.
Callie?
My best friend at the moment is Heinz tomato soup. It's the only thing I can get down with at the
That's
minute.
my favourite.
What
It-
flavour soup
it's
though,
doing-
Callie? Is
it's
it you
doing the
you
job.
just munching
It's
on the tin, or are you actually eating stuff from the tin?
No, I put it in a nice bowl and with a little bit of brown bread.
They're crusty bread you want.
Is it tomato
Yeah.
soup, chicken
You know
soup,
them
beef?
crusty rolls, you put them fresh in oven, butter them and dip them in your tomato. Beautiful. Can't beat it.
What about yourself, Haru? What have you had for your teammate?
Obviously, so basically, one of our good friends is leaving us at Street League, so we're all off out to a fuck, I can't even speak. Ugh, to a restaurant to have a restaurant to have a nice steak dinner. That's it. There you go, done it.
You haven't been having lessons off Johnny, have you?
Yeah, well, he's
Just
been
saying.
he's been coming
Yeah.
to me for what's that?
Emily, I am.
Oh, what's that echo thingy? What's that posh, Callie? That posh place you go for lessons on your voice and stuff. You're speaking.
Elocution.
There you go.
yeah,
Yes, me and Haru been to talking class, so we can speak more posher. Because this podcast is now growing, so we now have to speak to people far and wide.
Define
Right, Labib,
pocket.
what's on your plate, mate?
Nothing yet, but it's Friday night, isn't it? So it's chippy tea.
Oh, what you thinking?
Off.
Fish chips, sausages.
Oh, well, fish chips and peas. So I'm off out in a minute, so I'm going to have to leave you shortly.
Is it mushy peas? Mushy peas or garden?
Oh, it's got to be mushy, hasn't it? You don't have
Gotta
garden
be.
peas.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And
For the Bradford lad, it's gotta be.
What about the curry sauce?
No, I don't. I've never gone in for curry sauce. Just
Really?
fish
I
chips,
don't
peas.
even know what that stuff is. What's them white lumpy, clumpy things? And just like, no thanks.
I don't even know. To be
I
honest.
don't think they know. They just keep doling it out.
Salt and vinegar. That's all you need.
Do you still do scraps up in Bradford? Do
Oh
they
yes,
still do scraps? Do you know
Yes.
what? I haven't
yes,
had proper
you
fish
do,
chips
you do.
for ages.
But they've got to
Mother
be
Hubbards
cooked.
do them.
They've
Mother
got to be
Hubbards do them.
cooked in beef dripping, proper fish and chips.
I'll tell you guys something though. You're probably all aware about this. Like in Bradford, you know, when you get a proper cake, you can't get them anywhere else.
No, they
other
don't
than
do them down here, do they?
They
They do
don't.
them in
They don't do
Leeds.
nice fish
They
and chips
do
down here.
them in Leeds.
Yeah,
They
and
do them in
But
Leeds and Bradford, and that's
only
what
in
I'm thinking.
certain areas. But I know what you mean. 2 slices of potato,
yeah, with a bit
the
of fish.
best bit of haddock in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Not that minced up crap that you get in some at fish shops.
yeah. That's what they
Proper
sell down
fish.
here. Them breaded fish cakes. They're
Oh
awful.
no, not them. No.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
No.
not.
Well,
They're
before
fish
you
cakes.
guys
They're
make
not
me
cakes.
hungry again, I've just
Mm.
had some
I love a
some
cake.
pizza.
Bit of
Right,
white
you can
pepper
get
in
it.
the middle. Beautiful.
So Yeah, before you make
Bit
me
of a
hungry again,
bite.
I just had a bit of pizza, pepperoni pizza, and I've had Callie's favourite. I've had sausage wrapped up in bacon, extra long one. Right.
A
Oh
large,
Jesus!
a
This is
large
where I
pig in
normally.
blanket.
This is where I normally end, but because it's Christmas,
Can I wish everybody, before you do all that mutinous, a very Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous, and a healthy New Year from me to everyone that comes in and listens to the pod. And thank you all.
I wasn't actually going to mute everybody just yet. Lee, what are you hoping? What right? Because you've all been
Lee,
good this year. What do you reckon Santa Claus is going to drop off at your door, Lee?
well, on 23rd, he's dropping us a brand new bed and mattress off, so happy days.
What about yourself, Callie?
Do you know what? Obviously, I've been. I know I'm going on and droning on, but do you know what? A nice, lovely bottle of my favourite perfume would do me this year.
How about a cure to get rid of that sickness, Callie?
Yeah. Somebody take the sepsis away.
What about yourself, Aru? What are you hoping Santa Claus drops down your chimney and drops
Oh,
off under your tree?
hopefully a new laptop. I need a new laptop.
And Labib?
I must admit, I'm a bit like the Grinch when it comes to Christmas.
Same here, but I just go along with it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you see that podcast with Gary Neville and Roy Keane,
You overlap.
the overlap. Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
Roy
hilarious. I
Keane
love
was
that.
going
Is
on
that
about
what it is?
presents and the fact that he just don't like them, and I've got to agree with him. So I've told everybody not to buy me anything. All I need is some Old Spice deodorant and some shower gel, and that's it. That's all I've asked
Just
for.
to be like Roy Keane.
Yeah,
Old Spice!
Old Spice.
Wow!
Yeah,
You
Is
say
that
love them.
still going?
it's good stuff. I tell you, it's good stuff. Is
It
that
is.
Old
My dad.
Spice?
My dad had it.
Yeah,
I've still got some of my dad's Old Spice that I've never opened.
it's not the aftershave. It's the deodorant stick
Yeah,
and
this.
the
Yeah,
shower gel.
yeah.
It's,
I've got them.
Right, everybody.
if you,
Christmas packs that my dad never opened, but he loved the aftershave.
yeah. If you go to B&M, you get like a bucket full for a fiver.
Oh
It's
wow!
fantastic.
Johnny,
Yes.
can I just say to everybody listening and everybody that's obviously on on my Facebook and everywhere, just to say a huge, heartfelt thank you for all my messages. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
That's
But
all right.
everybody,
It's
I'm
all
proud.
right, Callie.
but yeah, and I want to wish everybody a very happy Christmas.
You're very welcome, Callie, and long may it continue.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to mute everybody now. Right, so I want to say thank you to Lee, Callie, Haru, and Labib for coming along. Callie, get well soon. We will see you tomorrow. And on my list, you always probably see the meme on Facebook holding lads Christmas approaching. I'll probably get some boxes and some Lynx Africa, like I always do every year. So Santa Claus will be emptying his sack all over the world in the next couple of days. I really hope he delivers 3 points to Bradford City, and I hope we go on a 4-game winning streak. This podcast will return on the 3rd of January on the Friday at 6 p.m. in the normal spot. From everybody, from Chickens on the Loose, from Lee to Callie to Diane to Haru, Labib, everybody watching around the world, have a fantastic Christmas, have a fantastic New Year, and also keep safe, keep strong, and if you are poorly around the world, get well soon. We have got a small Facebook page, Up the Chickens on Facebook, where we do Super 6 every season, and also we do Golden Goal every match day. I've also got a small Chickens on the Loose Facebook page. Get yourselves over there. Get yourself onto TikTok. I'm 3 away from 2K, so if you don't mind dropping a follow there. And also follow on YouTube and other social sites. Just search for Bradford City Chickens on the Loose. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, God bless, and good night.